Hello and welcome everyone. First of all, I'd like to introduce myself. I am Dr. Ravi Bhattacharya, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Bengali Literature and Language in Pandaveshwar College, which is situated in West Bengal, and presently a participant of the ongoing orientation program or FIP organized by Ramanujan College under Delhi University. So let's come to today's topic. Today's topic is air pollution, its causes and prevention. We'll talk about air pollution, its causes and how we can prevent it. First of all, take a look about what does pollution mean. Introduction of contaminants into the environment that cause harm or discomfort to humans or other living organisms, or that damages the environment, which can come in the form of chemical substances or energy such as noise, heat or light. And from this definition of pollution, we can elaborate or specify into environmental pollution. We can try to define environmental pollution, and we can say that the contamination of physical and biological components of the earth, atmosphere, system to such an extent that normal environmental processes are adversely affected. So let's see types of environmental pollution. What types are there? What types there can be in the broad spectrum of environmental pollution. First of all, the air pollution. Secondly, water pollution. Thirdly, noise pollution. Fourth, thermal pollution. 5, soil or land pollution. And 6, radioactive pollution. But as I said earlier, today we will focus on the first topic, that is air pollution. So let's move on to that. What is air pollution? Let's try to define it. Air pollution is an atmospheric condition in which certain substances like gases, particulate matter, radioactive substances, etc. are present in concentration which can cause undesirable effects on human environment. If we can refer the source of air pollution or sources, we may say dust of drugs produced during mining and saving. Classifications of air pollutions. Primary pollutants. Classification of air pollutants. The things that pollute the air. Primary pollutants: CO, CO2, NO2, SO2, volatile organic compounds, hydrocarbons, and suspended particulate matter. And secondary pollutants are sulfuric acid, nitric acid, and carbonic acid. Let's talk a little about the nature of air pollution. The pollutants present in the air should be identified and categorized so that appropriate measures can be adopted to combat pollution. Firstly, solid matter, light, fine, coarse, particles, hydrocarbons, aromatics. Then comes the liquid substances like smoke, soot, fly ash, dust, mist, fumes, organic acids, inorganic acids, and then gases. Obviously, there are gases which can pollute the air, like sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide, and carbon dioxide. What adverse effects can this air pollution have on the environment? First of all, health problems. Optic irritation, which can be shortly called TAN, bronchitis, lung carcinoma, change in blood chemistry, skin cancer, etc. in human beings. Then comes the livestock damage, injury and death due to arsenic metals and fluorides. Third, agriculture damage, leaf damage, stunting of growth, decreased size and less yield of fruit, and destruction of flowers. Fourthly, material damage, damage of structural metals, surface coating, fabrics, weathering of stone in buildings and monuments. And fifth, a very talked about effect of air pollution these days, effect on climate. Increase in carbon dioxide enhances the temperature of the earth, melting polar ice caps and glaciers. So, we have already talked about the adverse effects of air pollution. Let's talk about how we can control this kind of pollution. Air pollution can be controlled by two fundamental ways. First one is the preventive technique. It includes use of devices for removal of pollutants from exhaust gases, that is like scrubbers, dry and wet collectors, filters, electrostatic participators, etc. and building of higher stake facility for discharging of pollution into air. Secondly, we can talk about effluent control. Substitution of raw materials causing more pollution with that of less pollution causing materials, like use of non-conventional fuels like gobar gas, biogas, CNG and LPG must be prepared and encouraged. We have talked about air control, pollution control devices. Let's elaborate the matter. There are several air pollution control devices we can talk about. The first one is dust collectors. It consists of a blower, dust filter, filter cleaning system, and dust removal system, which clears the air or helps the air to get rid of the dust. And different types of dust collectors. Mechanical collectors, there can be mechanical collectors, gravity settling chambers, gravity settling chamber, cyclone separator. Secondly, electrostatic participators, filters like HEPA filters, unwoven fabric air filters, scrubbers, wet scrubbers, dry scrubbers, Venturi scrubbers, etc. Absorbers, special type of wet scrubbers, absorbers, activated carbon, activated aluminium, silica gel, etc. So we have talked about the adverse effects of air pollution and how we can control it, how we can use the air pollution control devices. So at the conclusion, what more we can say then be healthy and breathe healthy. Thank you. That's all I have to say.